Hey guys, so today's video is not going to be ASMR. This is going to be my regular voice. And today is more of an update video about my prior situation that I posted 2 videos ago. If you're behind or you didn't watch that video, I'm just gonna keep this short. Basically, I guess, talking to this guy. I really don't know what we were because we never really, had any, I guess, confirmation. I'll say that. And basically things were going good until he made a really inappropriate and alarming joke. Basically I told him I was tipsy because on Christmas Eve I was up in Pennsylvania and I was a little tipsy because I was drinking. It's the holidays. I'm Hispanic. I celebrate Christmas on the 24th, not the 25th. So basically I told this guy, I'm tipsy. Mind you, that's all I said. And he made a really alarming and inappropriate joke like, oh, let's have sex and forget it happened the next day. And when I did tell him, wouldn't I be taking advantage of me since I would be tipsy, he said, oh, I'd be tipsy too. I'd just be better at it. So I explain more in the video. I'm going to link that video in the description box. I explained way more there, but that was the main situation. And I received a few supportive comments. People have been emailing me, which I really do appreciate. A few people have been emailing me, asking me how I'm feeling. Like, am I talking to him right now? So I just wanted to make a little update video. We are not talking right now. And I did decide to forgive him. I don't know if I mentioned this in my previous video. I have decided to forgive him because at the end of the day, I don't want to hold this over my head and I want to move on. It's about to be 2020 and I'm about to go back to school. I am taking a winter class and I don't want this to distract me. You know what I mean? I have a lot more things to worry about right now. And although I still feel weird about it because it's been a couple days, this happened on the 24th, but I still feel weird about it because the thought of somebody making a joke like that is just disconcerting. And you guys may say, oh, it's been a few days already. That's true, but when someone says things like that, it makes you question their intentions from the jump. Because he did tell me he had feelings for me. He did say that. And I did tell him, like I said in my previous video, if you have feelings for me, prove it. I want actions, not words. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do that. But based on what he said, it made it just seem like he wanted me for sex. You know what I mean? And I'm 19 now. I'm a young woman. And I pay bills, I go to school, I work. And I refuse to put up with any of that. Because I had a rough relationship past, as I mentioned before, and I refuse to deal with any of that. I'm 19 now. I'm not a kid no more. And I know I'm not 21, but legally I am an adult. I put that in quotations because I hate it here. But on a serious note, I'm not gonna put myself through that, okay? I don't deserve that. And ladies and men, because it happens to men too, ladies and men, we don't deserve that. People who have been through this, and I say people because once again, it's men and women. It's not just women. Men and women who have been through this, we don't deserve this. This is just an example. Even if a woman or a man posts suggestive things on their social media. I did not do this. I'm not talking about me now. I'm just saying in general because this is very common. Even if somebody posted a suggestive photo on social media, it does not give somebody the right to try and approach them that way. You know what I mean? And I have never put my body on social media like that. I take pictures, yes, of course I do, but I never ever... When I say take pictures, I mean regular pictures. If you see my pictures, I take regular pictures. Nothing crazy, nothing provocative. I never post anything provocative on social media because that's not who I am as a person. Me personally, I don't think it's cute for a female to do that, or a man. That's just my personal opinion. But if you're an adult, so be it. Like, you're an adult, you do what you want. Me personally, that's not something that I would do because that's not something I believe in. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't exploit myself like that. And I'm not criticizing people who do it. If you do it and you're an adult, Okay, cool. If you're a child, then no, you all should not be doing that. And you get in serious trouble for that. I just sound so serious, and I usually don't do this in my videos, but I just want to be 100% on this, okay? Especially since people did email me asking me for an update, asking me how I'm doing and stuff like that. And a few of you have confided in me about similar situations via email, which I appreciate. So it's nice to know that I'm not alone in this situation. You know what I mean? And somebody commented on my last video of me talking about this. They said something that really stuck out to me. They said, had I responded positively to the joke, he would never have backtracked. And I realized that person was right. I'm not going to say any names. You guys could see the comments for yourself. But if this person chooses to comment again under my video, if you see this, I want to say thank you so much for saying that, because I did not think of it that way before. And that really made me think. So if you see this video, which I'm sure you will, I want to thank you so much for telling me that and being so open and making me realize more than what I had initially realized. Because by this person saying not one thing, it was completely true. I really sat and thought about it, and I was like, this person is right. Had I responded positively to that joke, he never would have backtracked. He would not have backtracked, because if you make that joke in the first place, you could see what that person's intentions are. You know what I mean? And that's not okay, male or female. It doesn't matter the gender, okay? My throat hurts, I'm sorry. But yes, this person was totally right. And for the past few days, I was feeling guilty. I was like, what if I never had said I was tipsy? Maybe none of this would have happened. I was really feeling guilty. I really felt like I have fault for what happened. I really felt like had I not said I'm tipsy, none of this would have happened. And I was thinking, maybe this is my fault. Maybe I have a part to play in this. And people were telling me, no, it's not your fault. And somebody was like, even if you were drunk, that's still not an excuse for him to come out the way he did. And the people I've been talking to are absolutely right. And I'm not feeling guilty about it now, but I still do feel weird about it, like I said. So I've been receiving support over the past few days. I really appreciate it. And to anybody who's been through this, and I say it this way because I've been through some things as a child. I'm not going to disclose anything, but that's what makes it worse for me. And I did say that in my last video. And he knows about the stuff that I went through as a child, so that made it worse for me. That's why I took it more seriously. If you guys catch my drift, but I'm not gonna disclose what happened over the internet, because that's not something I really want to talk about. Not yet, at least. Maybe one day in the future, but for now, that's not something I want to discuss and talk about. So that's why I took it more seriously. And to anybody who's ever been taken advantage of, or people have been suggestive towards them, y'all don't deserve that. And I want you guys to know, it's not okay for anybody to talk to you like that. There's a certain level you reach, a certain boundary you reach. Once that boundary is crossed, like, there's a boundary you cannot cross, and this kid crossed his boundaries. So if somebody else is going through this right now, you're not alone. And it's never ever okay, men and women, because like I said, it happens to both genders. It's not okay for anybody to talk to you like that. Even if nothing physically happened, the attention is still there because they made a joke saying that. You guys know what I mean? And being tipsy, drunk, high is not an excuse. And everybody should remember that. Everybody should remember that. Because I know people are like, oh, I was drunk, it's my fault. No. If you're tipsy, high, whatever, it's not your fault. You're under the influence, okay? Nobody has that right to take advantage of you, verbally, mentally, or physically. And I realized by me feeling guilty, because he went on the whole rant, mind you. He went on the whole rant. I explained the rant in my previous video about this. He was telling me how he fucks up all the time. He's lonely. This shows how quick people are to give up on you. He tries to make jokes because he wants people to love him. He cries himself to sleep, all that stuff. That rant is what made me feel bad. That's what made me feel guilty. And I realized this is mental manipulation, and I've been through this before. And once I realized that, I'm like, no, I'm not going to fall into this again. I'm not going to let myself be more mentally manipulated than I already am. Because by me feeling guilty about what he said, that's already mental manipulation. And I stopped myself and I'm like, no, I'm not going to put myself through this again. I've been through this a lot in the past. And I thought about it and I'm like, no, especially after talking to people, I'm like, no, this is not my fault. Yes, I said I was tipsy, but he had no right to make a joke like that, because like this person in the comments said, had I said yes or responded positively, he never ever would have fucking backtracked. And I'm sorry for cursing, but I'm just trying to be honest and 100. So that was my update. And like I said, to anybody going through this, either mentally, emotionally, or physically, you're not alone. Please seek help. And when I say seek help, I mean an outlet, someone to vent to, therapy, whatever the case may be, because stuff like this is hard to go through. It's really hard to speak about it. This situation, I told my parents I really didn't want to, because it was tough for me to talk about with my friends regardless. I was quiet the rest of the night, and my sister was like, are you okay? What's wrong with you? And I told her what happened eventually. And even though nothing physically happened, the thought of his joke still being there and the attention behind it was still there in my mind. So yeah, I will be uploading a second video today. Not too short, and most likely will be a bit late video, because like I said, the Friends update came out. Is it all role play? I really have to decide. There'll be more likely a bit late video. So thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.